So I'm Melinda Bachini. I'm the Advocacy Coordinator with the Cholangiocarcinoma Foundation. I'm also an 8-year survivor of intrahepatic cholangiocarcinoma. I just want to do a little update on some of the research advocacy work we've been doing throughout the year and some of our goals, and I'm hoping that maybe some of you guys will have some interest and you can get a hold of me after or anytime throughout the conference. So there's different areas of advocacy, and there's many ways for you guys to get involved. You can provide support, raise public awareness, advance cancer research, improve quality of the cancer care, address legislative and political issues, and go out and reach out to your legislators and make changes that way. And of course, fundraising. Just different ways, provide support, raise public awareness. My children get involved whether they like to or not. You can attend educational conferences. This is just one example of a conference that I went to and learned all sorts of good things. We also attend, different conferences throughout the year with the foundation, and ASCO is the big one in June, where 38,000 people attend. I was asked to attend a session for the Cancer Moonshot last January and got to say cholangiocarcinoma as many times as possible to try to bring awareness. I've also been in a position where I can advocate for research, for funding for NIH. I got to speak to 9 different senators at NIH last year, and I'm hoping that we can, all make a difference together. So the foundation, we want to get involved. We want to have advocates in different areas. Right now, we have an advocate for the NCI Hepatobiliary Task Force for ECOG-ACRIN. We have one for the FDA. And this is beneficial to us because it brings the patient perspective to new clinical trials or new protocols that are being developed. It's a way where the patient can speak up for the whole community and make a difference for things that are important to the patients. So last year, a little after this conference, we started a research advocacy committee. Right now, we have about 12 to 15 advocates. I would love to have more, and like I said, if you're interested, please see me. We do conference calls, try to do monthly conference calls. We've had training webinars. Jane did a training for us yesterday. We did an all-day training, which was very beneficial. It gave us a foundation for our advocates to really reach out and advocate for all of you guys. We have done 3 patient advisory panels with pharmaceutical companies, and a lot of you have participated in that. And that's also very beneficial because, we can bring things up that researchers think about the research, but they don't always remember what's difficult for the patient. So that's our opportunity to speak for the patient as a whole and represent our community. And we have a representative on the Nursing Advisory Board. We have one on the ICRN. There's many, many ways to get involved. So some of the goals we'd like to have is to continue to learn about research. We want to represent the Cholangiocarcinoma Foundation on several different panels. Wherever we can bring representation of our disease, the more benefit it's going to be to our community, the more things we're going to get done, and the more important our voice is going to be for the patients. There's many jobs that I could use help with, volunteer positions, and so you can talk to me or Jordan anytime throughout the weekend if you have any special talents or anything you're interested in helping in. Let us know and we'll find a spot for you. I'm going to let Jordan speak real quick about the Vietnam vet.
Okay, hello, my name is Jordan Giles, and I'm just going to run over one of our political advocacy opportunities right now. We are still fairly new to political advocacy, and because before I was with the foundation, I was working in Washington, D.C. in a congressional office, I was given the political advocacy task. So we are right now in the news. There's a lot of connections being made between veterans who have served in either Vietnam or Korea and cholangiocarcinoma. And so as those publications keep coming out, we're running into, and we're hearing a lot of feedback with the VA surrounding some treatment options or lack thereof. And so there's more coming on this. We have a letter that's going to the VA secretary, and we're currently working on co-signers with Congressman Stewart's office, and then there's also another initiative with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's office. So there's some traction building on this, and it's something that we will continue to keep you updated with, but we just wanted to give you a little update. We will be rolling out probably a little bit later this year, a little bit more organized kind of political advocacy program, so that we can, when we have a call to action, such as an initiative like this, that we have some help, and you can contact your representatives wherever you're from. So that's what I have. So thank you.
And I just have one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Ladies, come on up. So this year we launched a CARE team initiative. CARE stands for Cholangiocarcinoma Awareness, Research, and Education. So we have a pilot team that we're putting out, and these lovely ladies have agreed to serve with me. We have 3 patients and 3 caregivers, 3 patients that have been treated with 3 different modalities. We have a wide variation of disease and treatment modalities, and I think we represent a wide geographical region. So I wanted each one of them to say a quick thing about the CARE team. Oh, we could introduce yourself. I didn't. Go ahead. Do you want me to?
No, you're right.
Introduce yourself.
So I'm Lauren Rosati, and I'm a former caregiver. So when we were thinking about the CARE team, we were trying to think of a name that aligned with our goals of advocacy, research, and education. So we came up with the CARE team. And our mission is to positively impact those by advocating, doing research, and education. I don't know where our slide deck went. There we go.
So the inception of this organization is actually, it's Melinda Bachini's brainchild. So I don't know how many people realize this, but the foundation staff is a mighty 5 people. And I think you can feel by just the scope of what we're experiencing these next couple of days, even if those 5 people wear 18 hats and do 3 people's worth of work, there's so much to be done. And so Melinda, she moved into the volunteer advocacy role. She kind of came up with this idea, how can we utilize this group of energized people, patients, caregivers, people whose lives have been touched by cholangiocarcinoma, and maximize the geographic diversity to bring awareness of the disease and the foundation kind of throughout the world. And so that's kind of how this team was started, was kind of, I'm going to pilot this idea, I'm going to kind of vet it and see how it goes. And she proposed this to Stacy Lindsay last summer at a conference that they were at together, and Stacy gave her blessing, and so that's how we, the pilot, were formed.
Hi, I'm Judith Payne McBrien, and it was my privilege to have the CARE team gather at my house in Chicago in October of this year. And the focus for the meeting in October was the Chicago Marathon, which you're going to hear more about in a minute. But the Chicago Marathon was run on Sunday, but our team gathered on Thursday and began to advocate for cholangiocarcinoma. And the first thing we did was go to the University of Chicago, and we had a meeting with Dr. John Fung and many of the doctors that he works with, and they had a chance to meet us. And for some of the doctors, it was the first time they had ever met a cholangiocarcinoma survivor. So that was really impactful, I think, for all of us. And we did a lot of planning on Friday and had a fundraiser on Friday night. And then Saturday, we spent all day planning for our future and our mission and our goals for the future. And then on Sunday was the marathon, which was absolutely fantastic. We fielded a team for cholangiocarcinoma. We were down there at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning cheering everybody on. We had a dinner that evening, and it was just really wonderful to have everybody join together and celebrate what we do together and to advocate for the disease. And then on Monday, we had another meeting with the Northwestern University physicians, again, who had never come face-to-face with cholangiocarcinoma survivors. So we had a chance to give them materials and to talk with them further about what they could do and how they could become involved. So that was our Chicago meeting, really packed with information and packed with fun. and a very useful way for us to get started.
Hi, I'm Katie Glenn. I am a former caregiver, and I'm going to tell you about the recent activity of the care team. We have bi-weekly conference calls where we check in on each other and talk about our planning process and our progress that we've made. We have sponsored the patient lounge here at the conference, and really props go out to Lisa and Lisa for how beautiful it does look in there, and it's really a comfortable place. So if you haven't been in there, please check it out. Another thing that we have done is we made these pay it forward cards. So please stop by the Team CCF table and pick one up. The purpose of the pay it forward card is it's a very simple way to spread awareness. So when you buy a coffee or if you go out for a meal, buy someone else's coffee or meal and hand the card to the cashier. And then when they give that person their drink or food, they give it the card with them, and then it has some information about cholangiocarcinoma. So you can pick these up just right outside in the hallway. So please stop by the Team CCF table to get one. In addition to that, we have met about planning for the 2018 year. So we have some fundraisers that we are going to be doing, and also just some future meetings. So cities that we plan on meeting in to go and help spread awareness there as well. And yesterday at the conference, we had the patient advocacy training, which we plan on doing more of those in the future as well. And the care team roadmap and toolkit is a care package that we're going to be putting, or it's a resource that we're going to be putting together for future care teams. So if you join one, that would be something that will help you get the care team started. And also, our recent activity is Team CCF support. So as you are already told, they came out for the Chicago Marathon, but we have a lot more races coming up. And you can stop by and get a flyer from, of course, the Team CCF table right out in the hallway where you can find me. We have a lot of races, but if you yourself are not a runner, that's okay. We are looking for 3 types of people. Number 1, runners. Number 2, supporters. And number 3, recruiters. So if you're not a runner, that's okay. We need on-site people. Our runners will come back to us and help support this foundation if we give them a really great experience. So we need people on site in all of these different cities where we have races. Or you could just help us recruit. You can find us on social media, share. That's our social media sites, and then also tell friends and everybody to help us recruit. And it's not limited just to this list of races that are on this flyer. If you have a local race that you want us to sign up for, I would be more than happy to do that. Just let me know the race that you want us to sign up for, and we can get that going. And in addition, we need the same thing for the care team. So we are looking for care team members, supporters, and recruiters for the care team. So you could stop by the CCF table or Team CCF table for those things.
Katie, Nabil and Katie want to invite all of you for a run in the morning. So if anyone wants to run with the chairs of the conference, you're invited to do that. What time? 5:45 to 6:15. 5:45, they'll meet you in the lobby. Katie wants some company this morning.
Thank you very much for joining us with that.
That's awesome.
Hi, I'm Lisa Crane, and I'm a 7-year survivor. And one of the things I wanted to add on to what Katie had to say is that you can also raise money by being a virtual runner, getting people to sponsor you, and just being a virtual runner. So you don't have to be a runner to raise money for the foundation. In looking to the future, as Katie had mentioned, the goal of the CARE team is, for us, we've kind of piloted this program this year, and our goal is to put together really good guidelines so that Melinda's dream, and now it's all of our dream too, is to come true, is that there will be these teams throughout the United States that provide support to each other, go to local medical centers and deliver information about cholangiocarcinoma and introduce the disease to medical facilities that maybe have never even heard of cholangiocarcinoma. I mean, even going to a big city like Chicago, you would think that everybody there probably heard of cholangiocarcinoma. There's major medical centers there. But when we walked into the University of Chicago's medical center, it was really interesting that afterwards, after we told our stories, some of the doctors were like, this gives us a whole new perspective on treating our patients, and you've given us the hope to then give to our patients. So that's really important that we get out there and spread awareness and that, because awareness is the first step to growth. So the more that we can spread awareness, the more the foundation can grow and continue to do the wonderful things that Stacy started. I think that's all I really have.
So I just wanted to say, we're not quite ready to launch the next team, but we're hoping to be. Because the next team, we really want, to succeed. But if you have any interest at all, stop by Team CCF and give your name to Katie and pick up one of my cards, and you can email me, and we'll make that connection because we do have hopes to launching one soon. Thank you.